What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 96 of my Total Warhammer 3 Ikit Claw Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, we've begun clearing the field, or I suppose continued clearing the field. Anyway, Karak has been now fully destroyed. We've also managed to destroy the, well, sort of destroy the Knights of Calidor here. They probably have a tiny little army somewhere, or a lord somewhere, but we've taken their last territory, and then the same thing goes for the Order of Allure Masters. And many threats gone, and we will turn to semi-new enemies, semi-old enemies, as we attack the last defenders and finish off the Court of Libaros. Granted, we haven't technically attacked the Court of Libaros yet, but I think we've made quite the dent in their armies by Bilefitch continuously destroying them over and over. And next turn, he'll be ready to move out with a proper army himself. Anyway, in terms of what we gotta do this time, there's still probably a few moves, some buildings to build, and of course, a major fight against the Bone Rattlers here. Gotta keep working on them after all, and you know what, let's move you up here. Steel tech, please. I'd like to see if there's anything here to be concerned about. As in another army that could move out here. Oh, are you kidding me? You can't actually reach this, lab rats? No, lab rats. Come on, man. Why you do this to me? Alrighty, well, either way. We'll do this battle in a second. I think let's do the other admin, as in the moves and whatnot, first. We didn't actually do any building admin last time, but it's all good. As Skryre, you might actually need to fight against this next turn, so a lot of orc biggins. Can you take it out with what you have here? Maybe. And the problem is Skryre is an assassin lord, and the big problem with that is the lack of casting ability. I might actually swap him out to a warlock engineer just for this fight specifically, as at least this way he can defend a few places before we inevitably delete him. Anyway, Garth. Garth is now sort of ready to go. I mean, I'm just wondering whether we want to switch anything else with his army. I feel like we could give him some more rewards, but I'm not sure what at this stage in the game. Maybe a single entity, like something big? Exiles, can we get... Oh, right, we already used all of our allegiance with you. Our Oracles of Tzinch, we don't have anything with. The Winter Tooth, get a Mammoth, but why bother when we can just build a... still no access to lead belchers from the disciples, yeah, so we can't... no jabber slices. But once again, yeah, why bother with jabber slices or mammoths when we can build super-powered Hell Pit Abominations? Yeah, there's really nothing in here that would be really good with his army. As for what we're going to do with his army, and that also remains a question. We're allied with the Chaos Forces up here, and Ulthuan is not yet attacking us. I guess we could just sail you out to grab this island for now and sort of work on it that way. And just periodically grab some islands until Ulthuan is ready to attack us, because they will eventually. Alright, do that, do a quick little auto-resolve, explore the island, and auto. Alright, a little bit of damage, but we do need the food since we used up a lot the last time around. Take the additional food via Enslave. And can we reach this again with March Stance? No, it doesn't look like it. Alrighty, but we can reach our own territory, so not a big deal. And a little bit of money, a little bit of a bonus XP for you as well. Move out, you should start healing here. It's shared, but still healing. Alright, and then you can return to Mousillon. Lab Rat, new Lab Rat. You were going to either annoy Ulthuan. I guess we can sort of annoy Ulthuan on the way. Yeah, you know what? Do this. Maybe land at Elysia. I want you to go back up and annoy Crumbrindle again. It'll also mean discovering a few extra factions, which ain't great, but whatever. Anyway, let's see who else needs to move this time around. As we continue, Throt, you're going to wait. Skryre, you are going to wait. Plague Rolk. Yes, so you guys, one of you needs to destroy Morglis here. Tretch, are you still in attrition territory? Yeah. Alright, move here. Now you're not in attrition territory. I'm just wondering if we can get Durkit Muckraka to jump here. While Plague Rolk, take this guy out. Alright, ambush, yeah, that's fine. You shouldn't take any damage to this unless your Doom Wheels came now. I got very concerned there for a second. Our poor Doom Wheels. Why does game hate you? Banner of Verminous Scurrying. Yeah, we got another one of these. Well, that's just swell. You don't need it, though. And I'm not sure that there is too much use for it. I mean, could go and defend World's Edge Archway. It really depends on if we end up killing Nashrak Backbiter here. The thing is, Obside should go after Sour Crooked here. Or Crooked? I don't know. And the question is, if we go after him, will we be able to reach Nashrak? And the answer to that is probably not. Also, before I forget, Murtra, come out here. You have to join Obside. But I'd rather destroy both of these armies, and this guy's in March stance, so we're probably not going to get a better opportunity than that. Anyway, well, let's do the rest of the moves, and then we'll figure out what we do battle-wise. Plague Rolk is good now, well, good-ish, and the same with Obside, as in we'll move them in a little bit. Bok the Lethal, yes. So you could return to the Great Skull Lakes to defend it, but I think we still want to take Saber Mountain, so take it. We shall. Let's Steel Tech there, hopefully you don't fail. Well, he failed. Let's move to Saber Mountain. This should, I think, be auto-resolvable. I mean, they do still have some defenses, but what's the likelihood that we actually need to... Oh, well, we actually do need to fight this. Okie dokie. Well, we probably will then. But probably after the other fights, because I think the other fights are probably going to be the better fights. This one, as a siege, is probably not going to be all that difficult. You do have artillery and range, yeah, so not super concerning. Anyway, let's take a look through the rest of this. Boilrin. You're supposed to build new armies, but if these two are sailing down to Lustria, maybe we let you go for a few turns. You'll return in 5. I mean, you're a decent lord because you have cunning and bonded service. Yeah, alrighty. We will delete you for now. Do you have anything here? Bell Polisher and recruitment cost reduction. Yeah, fair enough. You know what? Boyrin the Recruiter. Just so I don't forget who it was. And that gives us back about 4 to 5k gold per turn, which is quite a bit. Anyway, let's keep moving. Assassin. Guess what you're gonna do? It's Assassinate. Actually, no, you're not, because I can't see anybody with heroes. Well, then I guess you can annoy these guys. Assault units, though I fear that these guys will just heal to full health anyway. No, they won't, because you're gonna fail, so they won't be damaged. Man, there's still a lot of armies belonging to the Bone Rattlers. Still a lot to work through. Alright, Compule and Corpable, the other Corpable, you don't need to do anything. Wenbood, you don't need to do anything either. Labrat, other Labrat. I don't know what number Labrat this is, but it's pretty high. You could go down here, which is where we were sending you. Or we can make a different one and send them to Lustria. It's another option. Oh, wow. It got very laggy there for a second because the game is trying to calculate how to move here all the way from Labrat. I really wish it wouldn't try to do that. Can we build Labrats here? Yes, we can. It might actually be faster to build one here and just sail to Poxmarsh. Yeah, alright, we can do that. You already have stolen tech for 7 turns, which means we can't delete you. Alright, fine. I see why I didn't delete you before. 'Tis what it is. And then Booster. Well, you have a human thing, man thing, slave. Yes, yes. Still unsure whether we actually need another one or not. 4.8k. Not so bad. Yeah, you could just stay there for now. Alrighty, Tretch Craventail, you're in ambush, and I believe that's it, so let us pick ourselves a battle. And that battle is, once again, going to be Throth the Unclean. Let's get you your level. You're at level... Ooh. You have standard IM mutagenic elixirs, which means you're going to get Mentor, at least 1 point, so that we can transfer a little of that XP. This will be the last fight where you have Wolf Rats as opposed to 2 more Pack Masters, so let's make the most of them while you can. Let's see if we can get an ambush going. And no ambush. No ambush means that we have to fight the Wa at the same time. Well, we could also back off and get the ambush. I mean, being Skaven and all, I feel like we should play the Skavenly, as opposed to bothering with fighting all these Gobos and Orc Boys. Not that they're a threat to all of this, mind you. But these guys are quite nice in ambush. You know what, let's back off. If it doesn't work a couple more times, then we'll just fight it either way. Like, I'm not gonna not fight it, but if we can take an advantageous position, why the heck wouldn't we? Alrighty, so if that doesn't work, I know what will. You, Obside, let's get you your points and let's have you attack Sour Crooked. You are going to get, ooh, yes, another point in Ravenous Expansion. Just double checking. The Hellpits wouldn't benefit from mutagenic elixirs right now because they're not high enough level. Warpstone weapon will give you magical attacks, but I still think we should probably go for Ravenous Expansion. More money from these after all. Alrighty, and then you, Warlock Engineer. We don't need Howling Warp Gale for this, do we? Nope, no flyers. Great. Ooh, unless, no, I was about to say unless they have a Wa with a Wyvern, but they do not, so I guess we start moving towards more powder. We could also get increased mobility if we really wanted to. Or another point in Scorch, which I've been using a lot more since we've got the thing that's reducing its cost. It made it a lot better and more worth our time. Let's get another point in Scorch, why not? And then I guess Sapper for the missile units, and then on to extra powder, and then we'll deal with increased mobility afterwards. You, attack Sour Crooked. And this is the Poison Wind army, and you will get an ambush, which is great, once again, for the Poison Winds. Let's see how you do, shall we? How you fare with your army in its nearly completed form. Unfortunately, the Hellpits will only have to rely on their own regen without the Packmaster to buff them, but that'll be fine. Why do you have this again? You don't need the Scarecrow, but we'll give them another thing. Anyway, let's get to it. Cinematic, here we go. Alrighty, here we go. So it begins with Obside the Experimenter, our Lord of the Poison Winds. He has 4 of these Poison Wind Mortars and plenty of Globadiers and Bombardiers as well. Now, we did start a little bit far away from the enemy army, but I figured because we have this nice little impassable area here, we may as well use it as a sort of wall, as we like to do, and have the Hellpit Abominations tank anything that comes this way, while the Death Globes and Poison Winds together take care of the rest of them. Anyway, the artillery and the Jezzails and the mortars shall begin to fire shortly. We are going to first start by focusing down the enemy lord here, though granted everything is going to try to hit him right now. He should be knocked out of the sky shortly, and then everything can switch. In fact, he's going to try to back off, seeing how much fire is coming into him, and on top of that, all of the misses from the Poison Winds, or at least some of the misses of the Poison Winds, are going to bypass him, and oh, interesting. When they bypass him in the sky, they actually disappear. They don't land back on the ground. Well, that's actually a little bit disappointing. Not that it matters, because he is dead. There we go. Oh, but still, would have been nice to see those things. Anyway, the Poison Wind Mortars have now begun to fire, and it looks like the Black Orcs are going to be our first targets. And there's those Poison Wind Globadiers and Death Globes firing at the same time as well. One of the unfortunate aspects about this army is that the Poison Wind effect is quite pronounced, so it's a little bit difficult to see. But not a super big deal. Still a really cool army. And I've been waiting to get this one back up, or properly up and running, for a while now, so I'm excited to and give it a go. Granted, we still gotta get Murtra the Experimenter in here, but eventually. Anyway, looks like some Snotling Pump Wagons are gonna charge our Hellpit Abominations, together with some Trolls and an Arachnarok Spider, but I somehow doubt that they're gonna get through, and if they don't get through, well then the regeneration of the Hellpits is going to tell. In fact, after a few seconds, both the Arachnarok and the Trolls and Snotling Pump Wagons will back off. Our range will continue focusing down the Arachnarok, being our Jezzails together with our Warp Lightning Cannon, and then of course our mortars will continue firing on these poor units of archers. Down goes the Arachnarok by the looks of it. And it looks like the enemy army is pretty much done for at this point. 90% favor And we just have to destroy the enemy artillery pieces. I did wait a little bit too long to go after the artillery, though, as they did manage to do a bit of damage to our various poison wind mortar, or globadiers rather, and death globes. But at the end of the day, their model losses weren't that high, so they should recover quite nicely. And after all, at the end of the fight, we'll recover a little bit more from the kill and eat, or whatever the Skaven version is, which means we should probably recover fully anyway. Now we pop that menace below in the middle of the enemy artillery pieces, and we charge forward with Obside himself, who sends a bunch of his own flying, but he hardly cares about some clan rats, and then the Hellpit Abominations march in as well. The rest of the enemy forces still milling around, but it looks like the Black Orcs are broken, and the Biggins here are about to break as well. And with that, the battle is completely ours. And beautiful. Alrighty, well done everybody. I don't believe that, unless I'm mistaken, we have to... Wait. Do we have to give chase to this? No, this army was in march stance. There is, however, another little army that was supposed to be nearby to this one, a little reinforcing army, which is not in march stance, although... Now I'm drawing a blank as to whether it actually arrived on the field in this battle, or whether it was supposed to. Oh well. At least this way we get to watch a few more shots from the poison winds hit those Black Orcs. There we go, that's a lot of mortars coming in. And these guys move way too slow to dodge all that, and down they go. Alrighty, beautiful. A decisive victory for Obside's debut. Alrighty, there we go, a lovely little debut for Obside, the Experimenter, and his proper army. In my headcanon, he never had the sort of magical prowess necessary to become a warlock engineer, but still really enjoyed being a tinker rat, so that's why he has all these poison wind mortars and stuff, as he, despite being a warlord. Plus he has minions to do all that magical stuff for him anyway. We are going to heal up rather than take the food this time around, mostly because there are other armies nearby, and we may still need to deal with them, and oh! I didn't realize there was this army here as well, damn. Huh, Obside may have to fight multiple armies at once. Hey, he's got his Brood Horror, though, considering it gives regeneration, maybe that's fine. Looks like Nashrek would probably be able to reach Mount Silver Spear, let's just upgrade it, next turn, though I do think... I should probably destroy this guy. He's gonna run, damn. Alright. Yeah, so these two are nearby, which, yeah, once again, does put Obside in a little bit of an interesting position for next episode. But we'll see what exactly that means for him. It does also, however, mean that Plague Rolk will need to move towards Edge Archway. The defenses aren't anything crazy there, but... Wait, are you able to reach... Yeah. Okay, wait, are you able to reach it in ambush? No, alright. Oh, we're gonna suffer attrition if we go here non-march stance. Alright, well then march stance it is. And Obside will have to fight to keep his experiments alive, being the Hellpit Abomination next time around. Yeah, that's a much more concerning force that we will not be able to ambush with. And I mean this one and this one together versus him at once. We'll also have to give him his points. Well, I guess we'll just put another point in Ravenous Expansion. Won't really help him in the fight, but between having Blastmaster and Engineering skill, he should be good. We still have to give him the Molder Knowledge, but honestly, Molder Knowledge is one of the weakest upgrades, especially for the Hellpit Abominations, because neither speed nor charge bonus are going to be super valuable to them, as the things that they really want are resistances of various types, so that they don't get focused down by a ton of range stuff. Although the speed can certainly help. They're pretty okay in terms of speed, but generally speaking, Skaven are anyway. Alrighty, so, you're done with that. Let's do a little bit of building, shall we? Certainly time enough for it. We have you, Warpstone Reactor, and then you, Warp Turbine Plant, and I believe... Oh, you're already in exploitative planning? My bad, could have reduced the cost of those. Do we even bother? Save 10% on all these? Screw it. Screw it. Altdorf is good to go anyway. Or Reichland, rather. Coast of Araby, you're up next. Ooh, Tier 5 Harbor? Yes, please. Chained Sentry Beasts we can wait for, however. Let us also build the Taskmaster's platform. And let us also build the Construction Cavern. Can't have too many Construction Caverns after all. And we'll wait for that to see whether we have enough money for it. Mount Squighorn. You are unlikely to get attacked, but nonetheless, I think we want to just in case build the defenses there. Karazakarak is pretty okay for now. Black Blood Pass. Help it. Let's get that weapon burrow up and running. We do probably want to get at least a couple armies potentially built up here, and we did want to get potentially more Help It Abominations for Throt, as one is not enough. And we'll have to ferry them over. In fact, we could do so right now, if we really wanted to. Do we do 2 or 4? So suppose you 2 get replaced by Packmasters. If we do 2, we'll still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units of Rat Ogres. Which is okay. Is 5 too few, I guess is the question. Then we'd have 5 Rat Ogres and 5 Help It Abominations, basically a personal guard of Rat Ogres for every blob of Abominations. Which ain't too bad. Alright, wait, we can consider this another way. We will have 4 Packmasters. Each Packmaster will buff 3 individual units, so we can have 3, 3, 3, and 3. Okay, so we'll just be 1 short, which is fine. Now I'll probably go for 4 Help It Abominations. I mean, no other army is going to have that many Help It Abominations. Though again, on the other hand, no other army is going to be buffing Rat Ogres nearly as much. But anyway, we'll deal with that soon. You are going to continue building stuff, and we'll once again skip the Chained Sentry Beasts. We are going to build the Construction Cavern, as we like to do, and let us go with... I mean, we could go for more money. We could go for another one of these things, but honestly, I think we're fine in terms of military buildings at this point. You're good. Let's keep making more cash. Skull Road. You're up next, and let's build the arsenal up. I mean, this place might potentially get attacked by something, so generator and Packmaster's platform, we can always delete those afterwards. The military things, if we need to. Kasabar, let's build you up. You're going to be making pretty decent amounts of cash between the gems and the City of Bronze itself, so yeah. Carcassonne, and go for the Pits of the Packmasters, and oh, we did build that here. So we could do the same thing wherever it was that I just did that. Okay, I can't find it anymore, so I'm not going to bother looking for it. Alright, next. Solend, a warpstone reactor, and Temple of the Horned Rat. Very nice. And here, Construction Cavern. Yes, please, to more Construction Caverns. And actually, just out of curiosity, Packmasters are at 6 out of 8. We are building engineer stuff everywhere. We have plenty of capacity for the mages, so really it's only chieftains, which are kind of meh, as well, or at least in non-SFO and vanilla, they're kind of meh, and potential for more Packmasters, so I guess we'll build more Packmasters. Alright, works for me. And there was nothing else that was useful here, right? Yeah, no, it's fine. Alrighty, Ostland, you're up next, though not for long. Good, Eastern Oblast, let's build the... Yeah, let's build the defenses here. If somebody like Otrolio starts moving through our lands again, we'll have to deal with it. Overseers, look out for Wurtbad. We will probably no longer need the Overseers lookout here, since this one's going to replace it. Wine doesn't actually provide Skaven public order like it does for most other factions. That's kind of interesting. Oh! And the negative control from the Nurgle corruption makes this kind of necessary here. Alright, then just keep it. It's fine. Hawkland, yes, we will build defenses at Crudenwald, Western Jungles, build it up. And we just had 80,000 gold, and now we're running out already. Alright, keep building the defensive. Keep building the military structures here, as it is a 2-territory province, although, with the port and the gem mine, maybe the clan barracks isn't super necessary here. What's our chieftain capacity at again? Oh, right, we can't build chieftains here. Why must you be like this game? Alrighty, you chieftains, 9 out of 13. Actually, not as bad as I thought. You know what, then I don't think we need this. We'll replace it with money stuff and defenses. High place, yes. Build and build. Giant home mountains. Oh, wow. I got negative public order in a few places, eh? We'll have to keep an eye on that. Not that we really care about it. At the end of the day, we'll overcome any public order problems. -10 here, wow. Why? Oh, it's because of the... Yeah, that's fine. And that is fine, alrighty. And Nest Nursery and more buildings. Karakaraziak will also be a cash cow province because of the... Or the Northern World's Edge Mountains because of the gold mines here. Dawn's Landing we're gonna trade away next turn, so we don't care about it. A Blackwater and Oakenhammer we do, because we will be keeping it, so let's build more growth here. And anything else. Axebite Pass, Jisaro Gap, Zorno School, yes to Zorno School, or to Uskalak in particular. And Devil's Backbone. And it's so weird not seeing the Chaos Dwarfs in the Darklands right now. That just doesn't feel normal. Also, oh, this is Undercities. So all Undercities will need to keep upgrading these kill perches, but we'll probably want to upgrade them at roughly the same time, and I don't think we can afford doing them all right now, so we'll do it next turn. Until these things are maxed out, we can't build our bomb building. Alright, that's fine. Back to Northern Sylvania, but actually the buildings. Let's go Nest Lair here, and let's go Timber Mill, and let's go Growth. Alrighty. Pig Pass, I think you are the last, so let's build the Warren at Karakadrin, and there we are. We can save the rest of the money, I think. Did we upgrade all the main structures here? Yes, we did, and they're all returning to exploitative planning, as we will need all that extra food. Alrighty, well, I think with that, this is probably the place to call it. Yeah, we still have the battle against Kruglug, but this is going to be a very long one by virtue of the sheer number of enemies, especially if we fail the ambush, so we'll save it to the start of the next episode. And then we'll probably end the turn and get a second battle going against Skryre, though we'll probably replace him with another lord, as Narla will probably attack that, and possibly this battle as well. So next episode, we can look forward to a ton of battles happening pretty much at the same time. At the end of the turn, we'll see how many we can get through, so stay tuned for it. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.